It is all the news all the time. Yes, it is. And my name, as always, is Adam. Yeah. And today we're looking at some interesting news coming out from CNBC. And we're looking at oil protesters appear in court after throwing soup at Van Gogh. Van Gogh painting. How do you pronounce Van Gogh? Because in England we sort of say Van Gogh, but I've also heard Dutch people say Van Gogh. But I think that's a bit... Maybe they're right, it is a Dutch word. Anyway, climate activists threw soup over Vincent van Gogh's famous sunflowers, there it is, painting, and they appeared in London, court on charges of criminal damage. The two women were protesting as part of the campaign group Just Stop Oil, and they pleaded not guilty at the Westminster Magistrates Court during two brief hearings. So they've turned up with some what looks like Heinz tomato soup, and they've chucked it on the painting, and then they've got some super glue and they've glued themselves to the wall. I'd very much doubt if that actually stuck, to be honest, but maybe. Activists of Just Stop Oil glued their hands to the wall after throwing soup at Van Gogh's painting Sunflowers. That was at the National Gallery in London. Let's have a quick guess. How much do you think the Van Gogh painting is valued at? It hasn't been damaged by the soup, there's glass in the way, but how much do you think it costs, this thing? It costs £80.99 million, or dollars, sorry, 80.9. Why do you call it $81 million? $81 million for that there painting. $81 million. There you go. And so they've been arrested and charged with criminal damage. And the two women were protesting as part of the campaign group Just Stop Oil. They pleaded not guilty at Westminster Magistrates, and they dumped 2 cans of tomato soup. Oh, such a waste. Nice soup. Over the Van Gogh oil painting on Friday. The protesters also glued themselves to the gallery wall. Okay. And they were removed by specialists. It's a sad state of affairs that we've got specialists now to deal with this. And they were taken into custody according to the London Metropolitan Police, also known as the Met. The spokesman for the National Gallery confirmed there was no damage to the painting, which is of the iconic versions of sunflowers that Van Gogh painted in the late 1880s. Estimated value of $81 million. Minor damage to the frame, painting is unharmed. This follows the recent attack on the, was it the Mona Lisa? Yeah, the Mona Lisa. And that, again, is covered in glass because these museums are not stupid. They're just not. What else is going on? More shenanigans with the Just Stop Oil protesters clashing with the public after blocking a road. So this time they've just sat down in a road, and the general public in Shoreditch have had enough of this because they keep doing it and they think they can do anything they like, and they start getting out and attacking them, basically. Several individuals locked on, they said, and glued themselves to the road surface, with police saying specialist officers, yeah, it's why we have these, were required to attend to carry out the debonding. Just pull them. If they're stupid enough to glue themselves to things, just pull them. Footage posted on the Just Stop Oil's official Twitter account, funded by power stations and all that sort of stuff, showed pedestrians and drivers growing angry at the demonstrations as they urged them to move. In a clip, a driver tells the group sitting on the road to move out of the way, as another man appears and drags one of the protesters to the pavement. This guy gets out. He sounds like a cockney. He's like, my missus is not well, mate. She needs to go to the hospital. Get out of the every way, mate. So there you go. What else has been going on? These shenanigans. We got these guys. These are Animal Rebellion supporters, and they've gone into loads of shops. This one's the posh shop, Fortnum and Mason, and they start pouring milk all over the place. Pouring milk all over the floor. And standing there with signs that say plant-based future. Okay. And this is in another posh restaurant, not restaurant, posh shop, Waitrose in Edinburgh. So why they keep attacking posh places, I don't know. So earlier this week, these other people threw tomato soup. There they are. And then now people are pouring milk on the floor and gluing themselves to the roads. So there you go. That's the general situation at the moment in the UK. The world's going to pot, and we're at the brink of war, and we've got people pouring milk on the floor and chucking tomato soup at paintings because it all makes sense somehow. Well, there you go. So let me know your thoughts and your hopes, your dreams, your ambitions, and leave a like and a subscribe, and I will see you guys later.